Hey everyone, this is Jenny Miner McCombs, the Addict Empath, going live. I just got off work a little while ago and I had thought about a post that I was going to name I've Got You, a BookTwo tribute. I have had such good intentions of writing more. I've been procrastinating and putting it off, and this is a passionate project of mine. I just decided that I would make a video instead. In an intimate setting. No backdrop, no makeup, no hair extensions. As you can see, my face is just starting to heal after I had a invigorating and energizing weekend with my kids. I don't need to go into the details. The symbolism that I am so fond of throughout my narrative works presented itself to me yet again when I was at work lifting a man who had suffered a stroke, a former priest. And there are a lot of stroke victims where I work, and there's a lot of heavy lifting, and the work is arduous physically and emotionally and psychologically. Being an empath, I am often overwhelmed by the varying degrees of emotion that I feel throughout the entirety of the day. Human moments and connection, irritation and annoyance, sensitivity to gossip. Sometimes it feels like junior high all over again. Having a keen awareness of the vast array of emotions is taxing and tiring as an empath. Being an addict on top of an empath just makes things harder for me. I was lifting this man, as I had many times before, and I have said this to him over and over again: I've got you. And today he said something that struck me, being the former priest that he is. He said, I have faith. The symbolism is such that I have a profound belief in my deity. That has pulled me through many struggles that I will detail in my narratives. And I wish that was enough sometimes when real life beats you down and we do feel helpless and immobilized and unable to care for ourselves, as I have found myself unable to fully care for myself, despite the fact that I am a passionate and a tenacious advocate. And this man, completely helpless to get out of bed and perform the ADLs, the activities of daily living. I said, I got you. And he says to me, I have faith. And I do and should have faith that my higher power similarly has got my back. I strained my back lifting another man last week, tweaked it, it still hurts. Pain for the purpose of purification. Finding purpose to the pain, as I have over and over again, with the physiological degradation of my mind and my cognitive deficits. My higher power has seen fit to remind me over and over again, because the repercussions of my disease that we don't talk about. I am exhausted when I finish a shift. And I went to, on my lunch break, I thought that I had wanted to go. So often I just collapse in a heap on the break room couch. And I always say to my coworkers, sleep trumps food any day. I'm always tired. And that is indicative not only of my line of work, but of my mental state lately. Chronically anxious, chronically fearful, and terribly insecure despite everything that I've accomplished. And that makes us the same. I went to the store to buy another pint of ice cream that I could drown in, only to find yet again that when I used my debit card, the transaction didn't go through because those sneaky unused apps on your phone, like Hulu that I have, and like SiriusXM or something, these there's an app that you can download to find those unused apps and cancel the subscriptions, which I need to do. Remind myself. Anyway, a couple more of those came out and put me in the negative. I thought that I wanted ice cream and zit zappers. I knew full well that I was reverting back to the same mentality and the same coping mechanisms that I have reverted to throughout the entirety of my addictions, spanning 17 years. I'm well acquainted with my disease, and that's why I am passionate about sharing my advocacy with others, especially when I am vulnerable and fragile and all the more relatable. God told me, no, Jenny, you're the addict empath. You don't need ice cream and zit zappers. What you need is connection. Johann Hari said in his famous TED Talk, "Everything you think you know about addiction is wrong," in his closing, that the opposite of addiction is not sobriety. The opposite of addiction is connection. And when I went to my local resource center and started crying because I couldn't buy food, I had another woman in a similar situation wrap her arms around me and give me an embrace, a long one and a tight one. And God told me that's what you needed, Jenny. You didn't need ice cream. You didn't need zit zappers. You didn't need those temporal, superficial comfort measures that you have reverted to in times past because you know your illness, which I do. And I found beauty in that moment, as I have found beauty in numerous moments such as these over and over again throughout the entirety of my life story, many of which you will hear in my narratives if I ever get around to writing them. I have found lately that I have been far too busy advocating for myself. But I find beauty in the collective humanity that is our story. I needed a long embrace today. I needed a man who was charged under my care to tell me that he had faith. I needed the symbolism and the beauty of that moment. And I needed to share it with you. Love, Jenny Minor McCombs, the addict empath.